Opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or messages posted in chat are strictly their own personal views and do not reflect the views of Bolin Services, Inc., a 501c3 nonprofit organization, nor does it reflect the views of the sponsors of this program. Political commentary, if any, are strictly personal opinions and should not be construed as endorsements of or opposition to any political party, candidate, or voter initiative by Bolin Services, Inc. This audio-visual presentation is copyrighted by Kenneth W. Bolin. No rebroadcast, retransmission, simulcast, or other distribution of this video or the audio associated with it is permitted without the express written permission of Kenneth W. Bolin. All original content on this presentation is owned in full and solely by Kenneth W. Bolin.
Warning, the following podcast has extremely high levels of Kenny Bolin. Studies have shown that excessive exposure to Kenny Bolin may have damaging effects to your physical and mental well-being. Viewer discretion is advised. No, seriously, we mean it. There will be naughty words, lots of them, probably. Now you've been warned. This warning sponsored by the Story Time with Dutch Mantel.
Well, there it is. How you like me now? How you like me now? Live live from the StarMaker Studios from the beautiful Cherokee Triangle in Louisville, Kentucky. And boy, do we have some special stuff planned tonight. Actually, we don't, because I have absolutely no help tonight. Bob is celebrating Nerd Night. He missed a couple of Nerd Nights, so he needs his Nerd Night. So Bob won't be here, and I'm sure the Coltrane, who I think is on a Hollywood strike of some type, wanting more money. He wants more than he's getting now. I think we can arrange that. I think we can get him more than he's getting now. But he ain't going to get what he wants. But no, he's been dealing with some weather issues out there in Arizona, in the Phoenix area. And I think he's out there with his right hand holding up his carport so it doesn't cave in on his car. So I don't think we're going to have Coltrane tonight. I don't think we're having Bob tonight. And you all know how I do on these solo shows. But we're going to do the best we can. And I'm counting on you, the audience, to guide me through this. I need you all to ask some good questions. I did not watch the WWE. I fully intended to watch WWE today, but I had a lot of hotel business I had to get done today. Booking up to the last minute, Costa Mesa, Arizona. They are not a sponsor of the show, so I won't mention the name of the hotel, and probably to save them from being sued. But it's a very opinionated show. But, well, there, I'll be darned. Look who's in here with no badge. You're getting heat already, son. You're getting heat already. The action figure does look good, though. The action, but you better drop $2.99 on a badge, because I'm wearing the old logo tonight. That's the old original logo that Bob Hazelwood himself designed. We got it up in the upper right-hand corner of the show. We brought it out of retirement. We got the very thin white hoodie going tonight, so my arms will show up here in StarMaker Studios in beautiful Louisville, Kentucky, in the Cherokee Triangle. Not too far away, 0.2 of a mile from our great sponsor of the show tonight, especially for certain segments of it, Jimmy John's. I got a bit of a glare there. That is the biggest and heaviest dinner box they have ever sent me. It weighs a ton. I had to get a team to help haul it in here. And there's a reason for that. There is a new product being debuted tonight at Jimmy John's. We've been waiting. We were told it might be 6 weeks down the road. I was ordered not to talk about it. I couldn't tell anybody. I could only talk amongst the 2 or 3 of us in the inner circle that knew. But a new product being launched at Jimmy John's tonight, and I am going to be among the first. I guarantee you the first to do it on a live, international, worldwide podcast. But among the first, period, to have this new product that I'm pretty sure, I hope I'm not overhyping this, that I'm pretty sure is in this box. Because I've got my chicken wrap in here. I mean, I opened it and took a peek, see what I had. There's my regular in here, and that's big enough. But then there's something that technically does not fit in this dinner box. I had to improvise. And I got, what have I got? I got some, here we go. And so I've got the box, I got the bag, regardless of what the logo's, oh, look what the logo's doing. There it is. Well, y'all get it. We got the Jimmy John's bag. Inside the bag, we got my favorite jalapeno chips. There's cookies laying around here somewhere. Oh, they're in the bottom of the box. So, yeah, we got the chocolate chip cookies. We got the jalapeno chips. And inside the box, as Jerry Lawler once said about Dr. Frank, he says, you don't want to know what's inside this box, because it was Dr. Frank. He had willed out their version of Frankenstein in Memphis wrestling. Some of y'all out there that are old like me, believe it or not, I'm sneaking up on 66 years old. I had a girl in Costa Mesa, Arizona today, guessed me at 41. My boss said, well, no wonder you like her. I said, well, she did shave off 25, 24 years. He said, well, but she was just being honest. Let's not penalize the girl. So when the girl guessed me at 41, I won't mention her name yet because I don't know if she wants me to, but she's at the hotel that I booked out in Costa Mesa today. We wrapped all that up minutes before we went live, minutes before the dogs were let out, minutes before the dogs were fed, minutes before got a cool, refreshing drink from our good folks at Jimmy John's. Now, Blaze and Arby's are probably going, hey, come on, man, what? What are you doing? Well, I mean, we feature, certain nights, certain sponsors feature us. And Arby's and Blaze are going to have their nights. Blaze hosts our corporate meetings. We talk about you better get a badge, Chris Gorish, Rat Boy, if that is your real name. TC from the NC from North Carolina is in here today. But yeah, this show is not going to be around long if you don't donate and if you do not comment. I need both. Have my meeting with Anthony Scaramucci later this week for us to do some bigger and better things. He just got back from Hong Kong, or at least I think he's back. But his office told me that we are going to get together probably by the end of the week, early next week at the latest, to do some bigger and better things to help our Filipino families in the Louisville Metro area homeless. We're looking very forward to that. We've been on the air 10 minutes, 5 minutes of that was credits and notices and notifications and all that. I'll give it maybe 5 to 10 more minutes. Jimmy John's people that are watching, there's like 4 or 5 executives from Jimmy John's watching the show tonight. There's at least 2 or 3 executives from PayPal watching the show tonight. I apologize for the ways to donate. Venmo's wide open. You can see that. We got the merchandise store running tonight because we got brand new merchandise. A lot of people have really liked the South Beach logo. I don't know that we have it uploaded in here yet. I'll take a look. Probably not. No, it doesn't. Not looking that way. No. We do not have the South Beach version of the logo uploaded yet. I hit the wrong button, of course. Yeah, it's going to be one of those shows, guys, because, when I'm a one-man show, I am here in the King Bolin Court. Well, you're here in the King Bolin Court and about to be beheaded. You're about to be beheaded because you don't have your badge and you've been ordered for months to get a badge. You said you were going to make a nice donation when you got paid. It's the 9th of September. Do you remember the 21st day of September? That's actually, we got somebody having a birthday September 21st. I'll have to find out who that is. I told him I wouldn't forget, and I won't because I'm going to look it up and see who I forgot. What I'm going to do, that's what I'm going to do. Questions, folks, donations, you got to do one or the other, or both would be nice of you. Check the bat phone out here. That's so I don't lose my phone. When I'm up at Jimmy John's doing business, I hope somebody recognizes that logo, and they say, well, I know who that belongs to. Let me take that to the StarMaker. Let me take that to the old King. Let's see. Oh, no donations as of yet. Well, we haven't done a lot yet. No. Oh, I'm wrong. We do have a quick donation in here. Nathan Levins, who used to wrestle as a tag team called Southern Comfort. They might still do some work. I don't know. That was a Jebediah Blackhawk and Nathan Levins. Nate Steele is what he goes by. And he has made the first donation of the night of $10. Well, he didn't make it to the WWE. But he did donate $10. He did buy him a new Harley Davidson motorcycle, though, that my son was very impressed with. And even though my son's not really a Harley guy, he's a Suzuki guy. He said, but for those that are of that ilk and like that type of a thing, for those that like that type of a thing, that is a thing they like. So a good-looking motorcycle. And I think he's due to pay it off in 2036 at an interest rate of 66.6%. Sign of the devil. So there you go. I'll do it next week for sure. I've been hearing that for about 6 weeks, Rat Boy. But Rat Boy, I don't have it uploaded in here because, well, Nerd Boy. See, we have Rat Boy and we have Nerd Boy. Well, Nerd Boy didn't upload anything in here new. How you doing? And it is a worldwide event. It is a worldwide event. Paul RJ has joined the show. We have Robert Palmer from the UK watching the show. We have Pam Ortiz from Canada watching the show. They don't often comment, but they've told me they're watching, so because they're shy. And of course, countless Filipinos watching. Facebook was not working right today, so you cannot watch this. To my knowledge, you can't watch the show on Facebook. I don't even know if I post a link over there, but they'll figure it out. It's Tuesday night at 9 o'clock. What else are you doing? This is the night that we do the big podcast here. But yeah, I brought out the old classic logo tonight. See how easy that was to read? Now that we're Bolin Services Incorporated Survival Program, back to the old original logo to a degree and then adding Incorporated. Now that we're a 501c3 not-for-profit, it's not quite as easy to read. But this is the banner No, I got Bolin Services Inc. hanging out above my porch, so I'm wrong. I wish there was a way that we could just show that logo, but you have to let everybody know you're Bolin Services Incorporated. And Survival Program is what we do. I was criticized for using that. Well, maybe the Filipinos don't want to view it that way. I said, well, maybe they do. Because they tell me I haven't eaten in 2 or 3 days and I need food. So if you're out there and you got 10 or 20 bucks, if 5 or 6 of you pitch in, we've had a decent night, and every $120 we raise will feed 2 families for roughly 30 to 40 days. It's not a lot of variety, but at least there's food on the table. I sent out a lot of money in advance, hoping for the best. We'll see how that goes. So far, not so good. Not so good. So we're going to go 5 more minutes, and then I'm going to sample what's in the box. What's in the box. He says, well, hold him to that, guys, because for those of you that have been wondering, y'all remember that guy named Billy Sellers that swore to God, put his hand on the Bible? He might not have done that. But he swore he was going to honor his $199 pledge. Well, he did that on August 29th. And then on the 2nd, he says, I'm going to do it tomorrow. Okay, well, then the 4th came, and he's, well, I'm going to do it tomorrow. And none of those things happened. And then I wrote him a sternly worded, hey, man, we took it your word again. You pulled this on us 3 or 4 months ago, Billy. We need you to honor your pledges because we spend that money when people honor it and then hoping to be reimbursed. And, well, this is twice, Billy, that you got us. So you will remain suspended. I know you're watching because you're too cowardly to respond to me in the email that I've had to block you on a couple times now. But when you make a pledge, you're expected to honor them. You're expected to have some decency. You're not supposed to act like certain politicians that I know. See how I cleaned that up? I sure did. I do it next week. Okay, all right. Yeah, we'll see. I'm hoping. It better be decent. Because you'll be making a ton of money off that action figure. Ton of money. And I heard the phone beep. Maybe that's another donate. I don't know. You never know. It is. We have one more donation, I think. We have TC from the NC has donated $10. And our good friends, one of the customer service reps at one of the companies that watches our show, has donated $10 as well. So thank you very much. We appreciate that. Thank you very much. We're just a few minutes away from sampling what's in the box. And thank you very much. I think I know who that is. Thank you. I appreciate you being a YouTube member. We really appreciate that. Those memberships really add up at the end of the month because we do get roughly 70% of that. And at the end of the month, on the 21st of the month, if we're a little short on donation money, that really helps out. I know, by the way, the hashtags don't do jack shit. I hashtag NCAA, NFL, NCAA college football, and WWE as the things we were going to talk about tonight. And we don't have any more people in here live than what we normally have. Of course, we do really only track members and subscribers. I think it's primarily members is how Bob's got it set up. So if you're not a member, we don't track you anyway. Because they never donate, as a rule. Oh, God. All right, I'm sorry about the money. I was having problems with my card. Billy. Well, it's obviously not hacked now. Because they fixed that shit in a day. So, Billy, if you make good on it, but you've had from the 29th to the 9th, 10 days to tell me that. And then when you said you were going to make it on the 4th, that's 5 days, and you wouldn't even respond to me. So all you had to do is say, my card got hacked. I'll have it fixed in a day or two, King. We'll get you taken care of. So, Billy, that's not what happened, and you know it. You know that's not what happened. Or why wouldn't you just tell me that 10 days ago, 5 days ago? That's all you had to do. But there's a lot of people that have trouble telling the truth on this show. Maybe you are, maybe you aren't. Why didn't you respond to me? Because you know those people count on that money. So, Billy, You're obviously not hacked now. You have the Cash App address. I sent you an invoice that you ignored. I sent you countless messages that you ignored. I wrote you an email that you ignored. And that's how creditors get real pissed at people. Right, Jimmy Johns? Jimmy Johns probably has creditors. They don't get to ignore them. It won't let the money go through. Well, it's the greatest story told since the Bible. All right, Billy. Well, okay. Then obviously you didn't call anybody, and you didn't bother to tell me that the last 5 or 10 days. So I've spent enough time on this. Fix it, Billy. Pick up the phone. I'm trying to refrain. Pick up the phone and call somebody. All right. 2 other things. By the way, there's that lovely dinner box. Well, if I can get it turned around, I hate doing shows by myself. But Bob made it though. Well, there it is. It's a personalized dinner box. That's the only negative thing about doing the screen. And there's the wrap that they normally see the size of that. Oh, Jesus Christ. Now screens are just popping up out of the blue. That's the normal size wrap. Pretty good size. I normally eat half at a time. I normally eat half for one meal, half for another. Oh, yeah, there it is. The chocolate chip cookie. Among the best cookies I've ever had. They are addictive. I'm glad they don't send no more than a couple of... But then again, they sent me quite a few of the pumpkin spice because they had to for reasons. Corporate didn't like the way they were made and they weren't allowed to sell them anymore. So they sent me a few. And I still have a few of those left. I've done very good at just not sitting here eating 6 to 8 of those. I've done very good. So, but this is the Mac Daddy. This, I think, is the new product. And I think they're called pizza subs, if I have that right. And if Kenny is watching the show tonight, the general manager, if he wants to correct me, I don't even know the price yet, but I would imagine that it's very comparable to their other sandwiches. You might have to go on your menu and look. Well, maybe it ain't. I don't know. Feels like it could be. But I'm going to open it. And whatever it is, I'm going to take a bite of it. Oh, yeah, that's what it is. I believe that's got to be it because this looks different than what I've normally ordered. That I believe, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Hope you like the surprise. Oh, my God, yeah. Oh, and Jimmy John's has made a donation as well. But there it is. That is the... Pretty sure, is that correct, Kenny? The pizza sub? Mother Hubbard. And I'm about ready to get to, oh God. All right, here we go. What are you looking at, dog? I'm going to eat the meaty part first. Everybody says Kenny shouldn't eat on the shows. I broke it in half. Look at that. Oh my God. Kenny, y'all got a home run here, buddy. That is the Jimmy John's pizza sub. And as you can tell, it's loaded. Meat hanging off the side. As Kenny says, we make our sandwiches with love. My, oh my. Kenny's got his membership. Kenny made a... No, I don't think it was Kenny that made the donation. Kenny donated to the show was when he does work. I think that was another one of our corporate executives that donated. I'm going to put that back in there for now. My God. We've been waiting. We thought it was going to be 6 weeks. It was actually 3 cheese and the... Oh, my God. Here, let's throw that up. Well, here he is. He was kind enough to get a membership. Got the membership. I hope you like the surprise. Well, I didn't know it was coming. I was told that the product was available. I said, well, whenever you want to send down one for the show, let me know. He did. That is the 3 cheese and the Sicilian pizza. Oh, so I got apparently 2. There we go. All right. As you all know, I normally brag about that I can only eat half of these at a time. Yeah, I'm a big boy, but since weight loss surgery back when I was nearly 600 pounds, that has held up pretty good. I had that surgery in 2020, I think, maybe 2021. Yeah, it was 2020. It was before COVID hit America. So just before COVID hit America. And so probably late 2019, early 2020. And but half of that sandwich is a great meal for me. And then I bring it home, and if we're up there for lunch, I'll have another half of it later that night or the next day. And wow, that was you. Okay, yeah, that was okay. Because believe it or not, your PayPal address is very similar to one of the people at PayPal, and I mean it's real similar. So when I looked at it, I wasn't sure, and that's normally about the donation that he makes. But he has donated $10 tonight, got a membership, and sent down a huge box of great food, the chips, the cookies, couple of sandwiches, made with love. And here's the big thing. You want to support his store. This is what you want to do. You want to go to 976 Baxter Avenue. That's where his store is. There's also, coming up in the near future, going to be an affiliate of the Arby's Jimmy John's umbrella moving in next door. So there's going to be a couple of options there, but he wants you to come to Jimmy John's. So let's do that. Go to Jimmy John's, 976 Baxter Avenue. Very easy access. I got to ask you, Kenny, if you're in here, how did you guys do? We had Pride Day here Saturday, and we were going to give Kenny a break. We were going to go. We had some buy one get one free coupons at Wendy's for the double Baconator. I hadn't had a burger in a long time. We're working on getting a new burger sponsor that is affiliated under this umbrella, and I'm going to try to work on that maybe, if not later this week, early next week. And but we're gonna go to Wendy's, use our buy one get one coupon. We're gonna give Kenny a break, and he never asked us to take a break. We were just trying to be polite, not overextend our welcome at Jimmy John's. So we're gonna go to Wendy's, but because of Pride Day, I would have had to walk a mile to get to Wendy's. You had to walk about a mile to get anywhere. They had all of Barstow Road shut down. Cherokee Triangle, where I live, just flooded with people supporting Pride. And you're probably first thing you're asking me, well, is everybody who comes there gay? No, not necessarily. Just everybody supports the rights of gay folks in the area. And as a matter of fact, fortunately, the changed route had us drive to where Jimmy John's was right on the left side. And he says, well, do you think Kenny will mind if we come in? I said, well, Kenny, number one, the general manager's not there. It's the weekend, but Assistant Kenny is there. So shout out to Assistant Kenny and Nene if they're watching the show tonight, but they're off on, so if you want to go by and see Assistant Kenny and Nene, they are off on, I think, Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, but they're almost always there on the weekend. And this was Saturday afternoon. Oh, I'd had to go to the ER because of my eye. Those of you that don't know, my eye swelled up. I looked like something out of a Rocky Balboa movie, and on the bad end of it. And it was bad. And so I had to go to the ER. My son talked me into it. He come pick me up, took me. And I got sent there from immediate care because they didn't think they were equipped to handle it. So $90 in deductions later, because it's a $45 deductible copay at immediate care center. Another $45 with my good old Aetna card. So I was out $90 to where with passport. And so there's been some things happening in the government that have made things a little tough on us folks. And there's been a lot of deductions and a lot of changes we didn't know about. Well, that was one of them. And that was my next question. We went crazy on Saturday and Sunday. I bet you do. I was going to say, I can't imagine that you guys weren't going gangbusters on Pride Day, because this place was, I mean, when normally you can go to Wendy's and just drive right up, get in the parking lot, go through, no problem. Most restaurants around here, whoever it is, not too much trouble to get in and out. But on Pride Day, I would have, and guys, I can barely walk from my building to my car. Kenny has watched me struggle to get out, and he's got easy access. Handicap parking right there in front of his door. There's a nail salon there. My drugstore is just it's close, but it's far enough down. And Kenny can relate to I can't even walk to where my drugstore is. My son has to go down there and pick up my prescriptions for me, which we normally go there when we go to Jimmy John's. He's watched me struggle just to get in his place, and it's not 15, 20 steps. It's not easy. So there wasn't no way I was walking to Wendy's. That wasn't going to happen. If he'd have dropped me off at the edge of the parking lot, I could not have walked from the edge of the parking lot and get into Wendy's to do the buy one, get one Baconator. Don't know why I'm giving them a damn plug, but I'm letting the people know Jimmy John's saved my ass on Saturday, on Pride Day, and they were very busy while I was in there. And we sat at the table and just waited our turn. We didn't ask for any special treatment. They didn't know we were coming because it was a drop-in. I texted Kenny, but he was off, and I said, hey, we're looking to drop by. And then he might have texted the staff and let them know we were coming. They treated us great as always. But so we sat at the table and waited our turn, and they were busy. But I didn't know if Pride Day was Saturday and Sunday. So if so, I would think you guys did very well. And of course, anybody that comes here in my neighborhood. Matter of fact, Kenny, you saw the post I made on social media promoting a picture of me and John Cena standing in front of Jimmy John's, 976 Baxter Avenue, I might add. And I think the post, for those of you that have seen it, it's on Twitter. There's about 12,000 followers there. And John Cena follows me on Twitter. So he's tagged in it. I sent it to John Cena's father, who was on the show the other day. So he's aware of it. I have John Cena wearing a Bolin Services Incorporated hoodie. And I'm standing there wearing the WWE title, I think. And did y'all really? No, it's photo. I would call it Photoshop, but some type of AI thing. And it's me and John Cena standing in front of Jimmy John's at 976 Baxter Avenue, here in the lovely Cherokee Triangle in Louisville, Kentucky. And it says, John Cena says, if you want some Jimmy John's, come get some Jimmy John's. And so we're hoping that people will do that very thing, is go get you some Jimmy John's. The big sponsor for the opening segment of tonight's show. We are going to talk some NCAA college football. We are going to talk, and if Bob Bob does Nerd Night till like 1 a.m, so he is not going to be here. Let's see. We have a good morning from somebody that doesn't have a badge. Well, good morning. There you go. Got to get a badge. All right. Unless you're Filipino, and now they're going to tell me they're Filipino. So let's see here. But yeah, there it is again. We went crazy on Saturday and Sunday. We love Pride Day. Yep. I would think you would. I would think any business over here that is good to the gay community and those that support the gay community would have done very well. But yeah, the pizza sub is going to be a hit, without a doubt. I cannot wait till I get to eat my other half, and then I'll probably have the other half tomorrow. Fantastic. You can't. No, you can't. As a matter of fact, there's a picture of John Cena standing on my porch wearing my hoodie, and the groceries are delivered in front of my door. I said, is John having a tough time? Did John deliver my groceries? Wait a minute. Maybe John's the celebrity grocery delivery guy in my neighborhood, because he does a lot. He's the number one contributor to Make-A-Wish, but I could see him. But then again, I managed him and trained him. There's a video, for those of y'all who want to go check it out. There's a video where John Cena, you got to go on YouTube. John Cena challenges Kenny Bolin. That is even better than it, because anybody can challenge John Cena. But for John Cena to challenge you, now that's special. But the video on YouTube is John Cena challenges Kenny Bolin. And let's just say that match didn't work out exactly the way John Cena thought it was going to work out. There is a rap battle with me and John Cena. I'll be the first out. Hey, I'm an honest character. That one didn't go the way I thought it was going to work out. Well, yeah, it did, because John Cena's a pretty good rapper, and I'm not. So that didn't go so well for me. And then there's, of course, the infamous Mark Cuban video from roughly 25 years ago during the NBA season. It was Mark Cuban's first year owning the Dallas Mavericks. And the video, you just type in Mark Cuban, John Cena, and Kenny Bolin, Bolin, and you will find that video. And it's roughly about 12 minutes long, to where we get access to the press room with the Indiana Pacers. Before we started filming all that stuff, John and I have press passes, and you'll see us wandering around Conseco Fieldhouse, as it was called at that time. My son, my brother, my racist brother that I got rid of recently. And he's always been a racist, but he finally pushed me over the line. And my cameraman, Marty, was there. And so they're sitting in the front row of the game. And me and John are being filmed doing pre-production for our big meeting with Mark Cuban. And then they let us do a shoot-around with the Pacers. I'm sorry, the Mavericks. Pacers did not let us shoot around with them because we were guests of Mark. We shot around with Dirk Nowitzki, Tim Hardaway. Just think of everybody that was on the roster the first year that Cuban owned the Mavericks, which was 25 years ago this year. And we're looking to get Mark on the show real soon. We wanted him on for the John Cena Sr. show and the Anthony Scaramucci show because Anthony and Mark have become very good friends. And we're hoping that Mark will get involved and maybe match anything that Anthony Scaramucci is getting ready to do. We're hoping to get all that put together within the next week or two. But he's assured me we're going to get it done. We're going to do something. Bob made a beautiful 3-minute video. And if I have that, I'll play it at the end of the show because I cry every time I see it. So I'll probably close the show with it for those of y'all that want to see that 3-minute video of our Filipino families asking for help, needing roofs put on their home, their floors repaired, comfort rooms. They don't really call them bathrooms there. They just want a place where they can go to the bathroom indoors and not have to go outside, and asking for food and rice and things like that, help with fees for their children that are in school, raincoats, just all the basic, very simple things that we take for granted that most of us can go out and get, and the things that they need somebody to help them with because they're just trying to eat every day. So I really appreciate all of y'all that donate a little something. And if you're watching the show, if you can do a little bit, we really appreciate it. I know it's a weeknight. We don't expect big viewerships but a lot of you watch the show afterwards, and almost nobody donates after the show. A lot of the donations we get after the show are international. People all over the world to donate a little something, $5, $10, whatever they got, because the transfer fees are ridiculous. Paul RJ donates from Australia quite often, and if he donates 30, we get 20. Robert Palmer over in the UK, about the same thing with him. If he donates 20, we might get 10. Very similar thing. So, yeah, if you, let's see. Oh, well, man, you don't know how much I appreciate it. Love you, brother. My birthday is Tuesday, and I'll be out. Okay, well, happy birthday. And now I will be 66, March 16th, and I always do a little something special here, either the day before, sometimes even the day of, or the day after my birthday, and we do a little special show here. If you don't mind me asking, if you're still around, how old are you going to be on Thursday? But happy birthday, and yeah, love your birthday Thursday, and we'll be out of town. Okay, man, and thank you so much for what you did. That was a wonderful surprise. Love you too. You've been so good to me, not only with Jimmy John's, but your previous administration as well down there at the Jack in the Box. And I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't been back to Jack in the Box since you left. And that's the God's honest truth. Haven't been since you left. So a lot of times what lures us in, shout out to Mike at Arby's. Mike, the general manager, has also been so good to us for, God, probably better than a year now. And Mike is about to retire. But unfortunately, Mike has had a couple of mild heart attacks recently. He was in the hospital this week. Saturday was supposed to be his last day. We were supposed to drive over to his store over near Norton Commons, and we were going to go see Mike for his last day at Arby's and retiring from the restaurant business altogether. And but he had some complications. And a matter of fact, one of the updates I got, I said, well, how you doing? Well, what is that? And he writes back and he says, deadly. And, well, that ain't good. But he's kicked out. He's like me. He's kicked out of a few things before, and he's kicking out again. Let's see here. Come on the show soon. I just don't know. Well, I appreciate that. And you were invited tonight. I know it was very short notice, but I knew this was a big deal for you guys today with the pizza sub, and I wanted to give you every opportunity to promote it your way. And, oh my God, 9/11's your birthday. Oh my God. Well, no one's forgetting your birthday then, are they? Kenny, no, what I meant, Kenny, is do you, there it is. There it is. Okay. That was my next web. 44. The famous number of Eric the Red, the number for the Cincinnati Reds player Eric Davis was number 44. God, I'm trying to think of famous number 44s. Damn. That's not that common of a number in sports, not a thing, unless you can think of any. Yeah, because maybe you got me on that. But no, congratulations, man. 44. I got 22 years on you as of March 16th. Wow. I'm old enough to be your father. I try not to look that old, and I try not to be anybody's grandpa. That's what I avoid in the Philippines. Mike is a great dude. Wish I could meet him. Get some about him. You know what? I'm going to make that happen. Because what we're going to do, because you're not retiring anytime in the next couple weeks, I'm going to get Mike to drag his butt over here. I don't know what the next leg of his career is, but why don't either me and you, because he tells me I got a few more, because I told him, I said, well, I guess you're done. I guess you spent your retirement in the hospital. No, King, I got a few more shifts in me. And I said, well, all right, you know, don't be going out kicking and screaming. But Kenny, I will have Mike come up, and he and my son will come up and meet you at your place. Or if you'd like to go over with me and my son, we'll go over him, because I don't know how many shifts he's got. But Reggie Jackson was 44. My bad. Way to go, rat boy. No badge, rat boy. You better get a badge next week too. Don't irk me. Don't irk me, rat boy, because I'm already irked. So don't do that. Reggie Jackson, very good, very good. I should know that because I was a big Reggie Jackson fan when he played for the Oakland A's. Not so much when he went to the Yankees. As but Aaron Judge seems to be such a good guy. It's hard for me to root against him. He seems to be a real good guy. But being a Cincinnati Reds guy, we swept the Yankees in '76, I think. Played that infamous World Series with the Boston Red Sox, John Cena's team, and John Cena Sr. But no, I thought Kenny would get a kick out of me and Cena standing in front of John's with the new Bolin Club logo that one of the fans created that just is so bright. And I put it on the side of a football helmet, and it looked awesome. So who wants to help name my football team? The Bolin Club what? And the Bolin Services new South Beach logo, the pink and teal, which we were going to have in here on the next show if I got to do it myself. But I've sent it to most of you that watch this show, the pink and teal logo, multicolored. I actually came up with that idea. I don't come up with many, but I came up with that one. Let me know what you think of the pink and teal logo. Most of you that have responded to me have really liked it. But I put that on the side of a football helmet, a black helmet. Wow, it looks good. It looks good. So if I was going to name a football team, what would the Bolin Club team be called? And I come up with some names you can't really probably use on the air. But what could we name that club that would go good with Bolin Club? Like one of the names I came up with that we could get by, the Bolin Club Clockers. Never been a Clockers in anything that I know of. And you've heard the term, well, he clocked the ball. Well, we just clocked. We're not very offensive at all. We just clock the ball every down and punt and play defense, and we try to play to a scoreless tie. That's our goal. One of the rare teams. Hank Aaron, oh my God, rat boy. God, I feel like an idiot because I know baseball as good as anybody, and you've scooped me. You're looking it up, you little rat boy. Hank Aaron, also number 44. Atlanta Braves, Milwaukee Braves. Where else did he end up? I don't think he finished his career with Atlanta, did he? Because he's Milwaukee Braves, Atlanta Braves. He should have if he didn't. But I can't remember if he went anywhere else or not. And so, yeah, very good. That's a couple of pretty famous 44s. But Eric Davis of the Cincinnati Reds, the main team I keep up with, was also number 44. Let's see here. 9:54 p.m. We have gone 44 minutes. I normally, if the donations aren't worth a crap, and tonight they're not, I normally end the show in 30 minutes. But in honor of my good friend Kenny, happy birthday this coming Thursday on 9/11. I won't forget his birthday. But we only have 3 donations. We've got $10 from, plus this marvelous food from Kenny, $10 from TC from the NC, and we had one other. Oh, Nate from Southern Comfort Donuts. So we got 30 in the house. And that's We need 60 to even really take care of one family, so we haven't done so good. Yeah, those are the most famous 44s, no doubt about that. Okay. TC's got one. What we got? Bolin Club Brawl. That ain't bad. That's I didn't have that. I guess the Brooklyn Brawler would be our mascot, right? So they've got the Bolin Club Clockers, which is one that I could use on the air. The Bolin Club Brawlers. Okay, now what would we do with Bolin Services Inc.? Because that logo looked good on a helmet for those of you I've sent it to. Bolin Services, I don't think we have to call them incorporated, but the Bolin Services, I come up with sapsuckers. There's never been one of those in professional sports that I know of. The Bolin Services sapsuckers. Our goal is to go 0-17 every year. Because, you know, every team needs a bottom dweller. And so, the Clockers, you know, I might just buy 2 teams and put them in the same division to where they finish dead last at 0-17 because all they ever did was clock. But if they actually do get a tie, they would win the division. They would win the division that way. We have a donation from the good folks over at PayPal. Well, he works there. No, I must clarify. PayPal didn't make the donation. But I know him as Jaden, and he just donated 10, so that gets us up to 40. I like no... That's not bad either. No BS here, baby. No BS here. Now, one thing about it, I could be a promo cutting head coach. I could talk the crap every week about how we're going to, and then we just don't. Just by game time, I just go into defense mode. So we're up to 40, and our goal was 120 for the night. But I sent you 10, Kenny. It better have showed. Okay, yeah, I got it. We got it. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, we got that, Jaden. Thank you. Wouldn't kill you to comment. You can do that. That's not bad. I like that. That's where'd he go? All righty. Anything else? Let's see. So we're 47 minutes in. We have $40 in the house. Our goal was 120. It ain't looking good for. Edge Copeland was watching. He wrote me earlier and asked me if we were doing a show, but we haven't heard a word out of Edge tonight. Edge, are you watching? I think you're off work today. Edge normally makes a decent little donation, but Edge is getting ready to have a baby, and there's some medical issues. I told him not to worry about it if he can't donate during these times. He's got some stuff going on, and he'll do a little here and there, but and we haven't heard from Good Chris in forever. I've written him. We haven't heard from Good Chris in 3 or 4 months. He was good for 75 to about 75. Normally around the 19th of the month, every month, we'd get 7, whether he was watching the show live or not. A lot of times it would come after the show early. We haven't heard from him 3 or 4 months. Good Chris, from up north. And, I haven't heard from him. I don't know if he's okay. I don't know if he's been hospitalized. I don't know if he lost his job. Don't know if his wife left him. I have no idea. I told him, I said, don't worry about a donation if things are tough, you know, or if you lost your job or you got family issues, don't worry about it. We just want to know you're okay. And I haven't heard from him. So, and, and the guy that bought my book, I'll save that story for Thursday. The guy that bought my book, Robert, well, he got his book Saturday. But he heard me, like I do with Edge, and many of you on here, having some fun with you. Well, I was having some fun with him, and he took it the wrong way. Thought I was talking crap on him. And to a degree, I was. Because he was very what's the word? Braggadocious? I'm making up words. About his $20 donation that he'd bought my book. And then I explained to him what a lot of people do on this show. Don't ask for recognition. Good Chris was one of those. He didn't care. You know, he just said, no need, no shout outs are needed. Don't worry about it. But I'd do it anyway. Because we appreciate people that dig down a little bit and help our folks. So I was talking a little crap on him over bragging about, well, I spent 20 and I bought your book. Well, yeah, that's how you get the book. Oh, by the way, speaking of books, I'm glad y'all reminded me. I got at least a little something to kill this next 10 or 11 minutes with. Got a package today from the former WWE star, Ultimate Fighting star, Ron Waterman. You say, I'm glad that at least showed up. Ron Waterman. And I told him I'm going to open that on the show tonight because I'm pretty sure what's in here. And Bob Hazelwood got one today too. We both got them at the same time. So let me see if I can open this without destroying the damn thing. Here we go. I think I can do this. He's got it taped up pretty good. I might need the scissors. Do I got scissors? I had scissors. Here we go. Are these the good ones? Yeah, these will get it done. You all claim you all like these solo shows. Spread the word. Hard to draw a house on a late Tuesday night. 9/11 around the corner. Kenny celebrating his birthday. Kenny, if you're still watching, what did you do on your birthday the day? Because that happened early in the morning. I woke up to that. I remember where I was living and the home I was in. Had some wrestlers living with me that we were training over at OVW. And boy, and the gas went up. Now remember, this is like 2000, 2001, 2002, whatever year it was. And gas went from like $1.85 a gallon that day where I was at to in southern Indiana, there were stations at $5.50 a gallon by the end of the day. Talk about the assumptive close. Talk about gas they didn't pay that much for. They didn't pay that much. Oh, here we go. We'll have a good night. I appreciate what you do for us and enjoy the... Oh, not at all, my friend. Not at all. And let's see here. I was working at Blockbuster. We thought it was... Oh, my God. I could see that. Well, thank you. Good night. And thank you for what you've done for us. And glad you liked the new promotional shots. I took your boss's advice, focused more on the local location, made out some good promotional. The thing to remember, John Cena has 14.5 million followers, but he only follows like 1,000 or so back, and I'm one of them. So when I tag him, he gets those. Mary Trump, the niece of Donald Trump, she follows me. Neither of us are big fans of Donald, but she follows. She's got like 1.5 million followers. Anthony Scaramucci, 1.5. Countless wrestlers follow me that have over 1 million followers. So a lot of times if I'm really promoting something big, I will tag them in it so that their fan base gets to see that too. And if they follow you, that helps. If they don't, then people just trying to ride their coattails. Yeah, technically I am too, but if they care enough about me and what I do to follow me and to help me promote what I do, then that's pretty cool. And so there's many people that probably live here in Metro Louisville that live in this area. But and here's the other thing I want to point out. If you live right between, say, another Jimmy John's, and it might be under this district manager's umbrella, I don't know, because he managed the district manager manages like 5. But let's say you're 4 miles from one Jimmy John's and you're 5 miles from Kenny's. Well, just for Kenny's staff alone, the time and trouble and effort they put into their customer base and the improvements that they've made to that store since Kenny took it over, do me a favor. Pick Kenny. Go to 976 Baxter Avenue, Cherokee Triangle area, Louisville, Kentucky, right off Bardstown Road. Baxter Avenue, right there close to Walgreens. There's a nail salon there. I forgot the name of the nail salon. But do us a favor. Pick Kenny. Pick me for your podcast. Pick Kenny for your Jimmy John's, if you're close. Now, obviously, if you're over in Norton Commons, it's going to be hard to motivate you to drive over here. But if you have a choice and you live in this area, and if you live a few miles away, and you got one Jimmy John's, and even if it's a mile or two further, pick Kenny. Because he's good people, good store, good staff, great food. And as he said, Kenny, we make your food with love. I don't think that's their slogan, but maybe they should consider it like he helped me, is that we don't take any BS here. So, Kenny, you have a good night. Thank you. Oh, hang on here. Mad Chris. Tell Mad Chris I got his... Oh, okay. Tell Mad Chris I got his free present you told me to give him. Oh, God. No, all right, I'll pass the word on. He's probably watching tonight. He works at his restaurant that over in St. Matthews. It's a 4 or 5 star restaurant that he's not even permitted to eat at, unless they get like leftovers or something. And so he swings by here, and and Kenny, this is the God's honest truth. He told me to tell you, I don't even go to the Jimmy John's by me. He says, I will drive, because I got to go to work anyway. I normally cut right through where I live to go to work. So now that he knows about you, he says he drops by you every time he comes by. And I don't know if he drops the name every time. I told you, I said, don't you dare go in there and ask for free food. But Kenny was very good to Bad Chris. Kenny labeled him as Mad Chris, and he probably was. But no, he wrote me today and said, your store is his store. He says you're the only one he's going to. Oh, by the way, the review thing that you sent me, I sent it to people that I know go to Jimmy John's. I sent it to everybody in my building, telling the people in the buildings next to me. Send it to people that I know locally here in Louisville, can easily patron your store. I said, go there, and here's where you give them a review. Do like me and many of my friends have done. Those reviews do a lot. And from what I'm hearing, several people have done so. So I hope it does some good. Love a new customer, nothing wrong with that. And he'll be a good one for you. He'll be a good one. He loves his Jimmy John's. Let's see here. But yeah, he just told me today that and he lives over in Valley Station, in Bullitt County, in that area. No, not Valley Station. That's Cameron. Cameron lives in Valley Station. Bad Chris lives somewhere in Bullitt County. So he's leaving Bullitt County to come over here to get your stuff. Dave Martinez in the house, got his badge. We gotta love that. Did I take his name down? Is God's honest truth worth anything? Well, y'all know I try not to touch it. Yeah, I do. Well, if I say it, it does. And there it is. God, well, thank you so much, Kenny. And I feel exactly the same way about you. And thank you for dropping in. Thank you for the Sicilian pizza sub. We will be promoting, and I'll be doing that again on Thursday. No need to ship any food down on Thursday. We appreciate you. But me and my son, I'm sure, will be getting up there again to see you soon, because he's going to be dying to try that. And he loves his protein. And that's a good post to put up there. We're at the 56-minute mark. We're going to be here for maybe, oh my God, I got two. Oh, speaking of Jesus, don't go anywhere yet, Kenny. Because Kenny, I'm going to make arrangements here, if you would. Well, let me get it up here. Tapped out by Jesus for the cage, from the cage to the cross. Ron Waterman, former UFC fighter. And you know what? I guess I could see if I can go into settings and turn off the green screen for a little bit, if I can find it. Virtual effects. Let's go with none. Here we go. Now we're cooking. All right. I hope I cleaned the living room up. Now, I assure you I didn't. There we go. There it is. So we were talking about God and Jesus and everything, and this is Ron Waterman, who was a guest on the show just a week or two ago. Tapped out by Jesus from the cage to the cross, Ron Waterman. And somebody wrote me, Kenny, did he autograph it? Oh, this one's to my son, not Bad Chris. I guess we could sell it to him at an outrageous amount of money. To Chris, Ron Waterman, that was very nice. And Bob Hazelwood got his autographed copy today. And I'm sure he'll be showing that off on the Thursday show. And here we go. And if I can get it in there. To Kenny. There you go. He's got a gorgeous autograph, don't he? Yeah, mine don't look that good. Wait a minute. I want to read it. The other Kenny took my. I will make sure to bring another one up. If you, being as I autographed that, I think too, Kenny. Did I? If I didn't, yours will be autographed. But yeah, go ahead and let Kenny keep that one, and I will make sure to get that. This is by the way, July was the 10-year anniversary of my book. Probably Screwed You Too, the mostly true stories of Kenny StarMaker Bolin. We're promoting books out the rear here tonight. And then, so yeah, I will order some more books and I will bring you one. And then, of course, Mr. Scaramucci, I will be having. So what does Waterman say? I think Waterman ripped off Scaramucci's book. Ron, both blue, Wall Street to the White House and back, tapped out by Jesus, from the cage to the car. Those are a little similar. Mooch, Mooch's book was first. I hope Mooch doesn't sue Ron Waterman, because that's, oh my. I am so glad that Mooch didn't get naked with a title belt to pose. And I saw him today in New York. He'd look a lot better posed naked on a book than I would, I'll tell you that. So I got a lot of books here. But yes, Ron Waterman. That's the book. And those are very inexpensive to order. Ron is not ripping everybody off the way that me and Scaramucci are. His book is very reasonable. Now, his isn't as thick as ours. I mean, my big old thick book. You know, mine's big old thick book. And Mooch's is hardback. Mooch's is hardback. As a matter of fact, I've got 4 of Scaramucci's books left. Anybody would want one. He told me I can lower the price, ship to your door, $49. $49. It sells for $35, non-autographed. So he's technically only charging, and every penny of his sales of the book, every penny, not the profit margin, because he gave them to me. He sent me 30 books. I got 4 left. And most of those sold at $59. He told me to go ahead and sell the last 4 for $49. I want to read all 3. Might help me. There you go. There you go. I tell you what, I'm going to do something special for you, Kenny, and I'm going to make sure that you get one of these retail price $59 Scaramucci books, along with my book. That is $59.89. That's $94 in book retail price. Waterman, I will make arrangements with him to try and get you, find out how many people would like to have one. The title, I think, is going to be catchy for those that are religious by nature. I'm not, and I'm honored to have the book. And I consider him a dear friend. He's been a good man. So there we go. Lots of books. But Kenny, I'll get you taken care of, buddy. We will make sure that you get all 3 of these books. And so we have gone the 1 hour, 1 minute, 57. I don't know that we ever got any more in donations. Let me look. Maybe the people will be kind enough. No, we did not. Nope. Oh, well. Well, we tried. Hopefully some people will donate after the show. Edge, Copeland, or whomever. But yeah, we did get the first donation of the night by good old Nate. Donated $10. We appreciate that. What do we got here? Do you still have one signed by the notorious Johnny Bolin? I'm sure I could make arrangements. Even though he's been dead for a long time, I'm pretty sure we could look around and maybe find one of those resurrected copies signed by the notorious Johnny Bolin. We might be able to do that. Kenny, thank you, my man. Love you too. And really looking forward to, and there it is there. God bless you. And then he reminded me to open the Ron Waterman book on the air. So we really appreciate it. Ron, I hope you're watching tonight, either live or delayed. Shout out to the good folk. Now that we don't have all the glare, shout out. See the BS logo I put at the top of the cup. You got to admire that. Can I get it? There we go. Yeah, got my logo on there. Not the South Beach logo yet. Shout out to Blaze. I have their Snuggie with my Mountain Dew in there. Shout out to Blaze. Arby's has ordered me some shirts. They were jealous that I was wearing the Jimmy John shirt on the show. They said, well, we got to get you some shirts. And Blaze has ordered me some shirts. Oh, by the way, Blaze has been wanting me to do this. I put out some promotional pictures doing it. I haven't done it on. There you go. I don't wear a lot of hats, and you see why, because I got all this beautiful hair. But Blaze, here you go, Blaze. This will be a screenshot for you. I'll get you one later. All right, so there's that. Let's get that on camera. There you go, Blaze. That's your picture. That's it. You should now sell 5 extra pizzas next week. Just for, I'll hold it over by the logo. There you go. Look at this product placement. And there we go. I can't put the hat on real tight or it'll mess up my hair. It's freshly washed, you know. So we got the Blaze right next to the Jimmy John. There you go. Look at me doing product placement here. Just killing time. Just killing time. The Ron Waterman book. If you would like a copy, contact me. I'll get in touch with Ron, make arrangements. I think he sells them shipped, which is ridiculous low price. I think he sells them for $10. Factor in a few dollars shipping. He sells them autographed for $10. You can't beat that. You can't beat that. So if you'd like a Ron Waterman autographed book, $10. And there you go. I guess he's going to make me pay for them, but he might want to donate it to charity. I don't know. Either way. But if you want a copy of the book, let me know. My book, if you come and get it, they're $29. If I got to ship it to you, they're $35. And I personalize the autographs. I also throw a few little extras in there for you. I do that with every book. And then only three copies left, because I'm going to make sure that Kenny gets a copy of this. And by the way, Scaramucci, a very religious, devout Catholic, very sweet, loving man, very devout Catholic. John Cena Sr., very sweet. Why do all these religious people and Catholics and Jason Sanderson, a priest up in Nashua, New Hampshire, been one of my dear friends since 2001, 2002. Yeah, there we go. So I got 3 of these left. One of these, and then I got mine, and then Kenny will get one of these, and they are autographed as well, by the way. And that is not an easy autograph to get. He just don't sit around and do those free of charge anywhere. Well, dadgummit, there it is. Anthony Scaramucci, not personalized because he don't know who's going to get them, but he sent me 30 of these, 30 or 40. I think he sent 20 in one round, 20 in another, so apparently 40. And we sold 36 of them, and he told me to just keep the money and donate it to charity, which is what we did. We got 4 of them left. So, and where's my sandwich? Where's my sandwich? We're going to break it out one more time. We're going to get another bite of this bad boy before we go off the air. Which one was I gnawing on? This one. The Sicilian Spicy Italian Pizza Sub by the good folks at Jimmy John's. A little messy. Got another one. Got another one right there. Chocolate chip cookie. They're saying, get that Blaze hat on while you're promoting Jimmy John's stuff. The chocolate chip cookie. Hang on. I know. Not a professional. My favorite chips, they know every time they send me the chips. Me and my son's favorite, the jalapeno. Very, very good. Very, very good. The dogs are thinking they're going to get some. They're not. They're not. Get cleaned up here. Get my stuff back in the box. That Italian is going to... As soon as I let my dogs out, I will be demolishing the other half of that sandwich. Get that wrapped up there. How many podcasts see you do a show raising money to feed people, and he's sitting there being fed by the sponsor? But that's the great thing about Jimmy John's, Arby's, and Blaze, is that they are feeding me and helping me feed the people of the Philippines and the Louisville Metro area homeless. Help me feed the world as they feed me, so you can't beat that. And there we go. What else we got? I think we've about wrapped everything up. My beautiful Cincinnati Reds City Connect hat there. The Reds will be playing the Padres tonight. We got some loser out in San Diego. He did pay his money, by the way. He had owed $50 for a long time. He paid his $50 to get unblocked. He had owed that money since last year in the playoffs. Only took him a year to honor it. So we finally unblocked him. But the Reds are playing the Padres tonight. You have no idea how bad, even if we don't make the playoffs, how bad I'd love to go out to San Diego and sweep the Padres. And then the Miami Dolphins play the New England Patriots next week. That's a battle of the 0-1s. The Dolphins sucked. And then the game of the weekend. There's 3 big ones coming, but everybody ignored this one because nobody knew how big it was going to be. I had predicted that South Florida was going to go from unranked after they beat Boise State. And then they go down to the Swamp and beat the Gators, the 13th ranked Florida Gators. I'm getting all this stuff in late because I meant to get it in earlier. So those of you watching the recorded version will get all this. The Florida State, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. The South Florida Bulls from the Tampa area are kicking ass. They have gone from unranked, I predicted them to be 21st. Well, I was wrong. In the AP, they have moved into the 18th slot. They have gone from unranked. They beat Boise State at home. Opening game, they beat the Florida Gators, and Florida did not look good against South Florida at all. Florida dropped dramatically in the poll, but the next game, the true test, the number 18 ranked South Florida Bulls from right around where I used to live, taking on the Miami Hurricanes. Everybody knows my favorite college football team other than Eric Watts, Jeff Brom's the Louisville Cardinal. Eric Watts, by the way, I forgot to mention, is going to be in Louisville October the 25th for the Legends game. Eric Watts told me he wants to go to Jimmy John's. Kenny might be gone by now, but I'll let Kenny know tomorrow. Eric Watts, former quarterback of the Louisville Cardinals, former star with WCW, son of legendary wrestling promoter Bill Watts, is going to be in Louisville October 25th, and we're trying to make arrangements where he and I maybe do some type of personal appearance sponsored by the good folks at Jimmy John, if they're interested in having us. I don't know what we'll draw. We're both, well, Eric's not in Louisville a whole lot. Eric lives in Atlanta now, and his son has a print shop down there. We're putting together a little bit of deal to get some new shirts going, but right now, the way to order our new merchandise is through Teesprings for now, because you can order direct, get whatever you want. We don't have to do a thing. You just go there, place your order. If you want the new South Beach merchandise, the new Bolin Club logo, which many of you have seen, do that. Check it out and go through Teesprings. You see the way to get it scrolling by the bottom of the screen. My NFL football team, I got 3. It was a tough weekend for me. My number 1 team is the Miami Dolphins. Their helmet is over there on top, underneath my big screen. My number 2 NFL team, the Cincinnati Bengals. Well, they eked one out against the Cleveland Browns, 17-16. And then my number 3 team, and the only reason I like them, is because of Louisville Lamar Jackson. And me and Mr. Eric Watts were talking about that earlier today. Louisville Lamar. If you'd have told me that Lamar Jackson was going to score 40 points, that Mr. King, the running back, at his excess age was going to rush for over 150 yards, and that Houdini Lamar Jackson was going to break all these scrambles and turn 30-yard losses into 25-yard gains, I'd have said, well, we're going to stomp their ass. And with 4 minutes to go, 4 minutes, the Baltimore Ravens were up 40-25. 4 minutes. I don't know if anyone has ever scored more points in 4 minutes against a pretty good defense of the Baltimore Ravens. But 40-25, they said an estimated 30,000 people had left the Buffalo Bills Stadium. They're playing at home, Baltimore, Buffalo. That was the same playoff game we had last year when they played each other, and Buffalo got us in that one too. I say us because, well, they're my 3rd favorite team. And if the other 2 teams are doing bad, then they're my favorite team, because that's all else I got left to root for. With 4 minutes to go, it's 40-25, and we lose 42-40. If you can believe that. On a last second, no time on the clock field goal from some replacement kicker. So only one of my 3 teams won on opening day. Miami will play New England this week. I have not looked to see who Baltimore and Cincinnati are playing, but we'll hope for better things. And then I'm going to be so amped up. South Florida versus Miami. I'm rooting for my Hurricanes, but if South Florida wins, they might be the only team in the history of NCAA football, and we'll have to look this up, to be unranked and then beat 3, and wherever Boise State was ranked, I think they were 18th or 19th, to beat 3 teams in the top 20. Because Boise State, I think, was 18th, give or take. The Gators were ranked 13th. And the Miami Hurricanes this week are ranked number 5 in the nation. They are at home. And if they ain't ready, South Florida is going to shock the world. And for a team to be unranked and then play 3 games against all ranked teams in the top 20 and beat all 3 of them, they are going to be the talk of the sports world if they beat Miami. Something inside of me, I mean, if we lose to South Florida, I can take it a little bit better because it's a local Florida team that I was raised around. Dutch Mantel lives down around that way. Dutch is a Clemson guy. Dutch told me today he does not follow the NFL. Shocked me. Thought for sure Dutch would be an NFL guy. If you follow college, why wouldn't you follow the NFL? It's a glitch. I'll fix it. I'll help him. Let's see. Rat Boy, Eagles here since 1984. And Dolphin is my second, if my oldest brother. Okay, I got you. I used to be a Cowboy fan back in the day, and then when the year Miami went perfect, I was a Cowboy fan. And then I realized, hey, I'm from Florida. What the hell? Why ain't I rooting for the Dolphins? They went undefeated, and they did pretty good the next year as well. Went to the Super Bowl back-to-back years. So there you go. So we went an hour and 14 minutes for $40, because I'm sure no one else donated either. I thought Edge Coblin might help us out. Oh, well. Like I said, he's got shit going on. So if you're watching the show in the recorded version, you can be of any help to us. We could really use another $80 tonight to help our families that are in need. And we'll hope things go better on Thursday. The hashtags were a joke. I put the hashtags in. Didn't do jack shit. Did not do jack shit. So, until... Y'all want the closing theme? I think I do. So until Thursday night, should have Bob Hazelwood. Might have Coltrane. You never know. Depends how the weather is over there in Arizona. We may not have him. I got to do an experiment I'm wanting to do with the visuals of our show. But I got to have Coltrane here to do it. And then see what you guys think about a bit of a new look that we're going to be working on. So, let me get it brought up here, what I need. But Thursday night, we'll be back here, 9:05 or thereabout, depending on how shit's going. Thursday night, 9:05 p.m. This show's hard to do by yourself. For me, anyway. But Thursday night, 9:05 p.m. I'm the StarMaker. I didn't have any help, so I'm not thanking anybody. Other than Kenny from Jimmy John's. Kenny was a big help tonight. And for those few of you that donated, the 4 people that donated, I thank you. But until Thursday night, 9:05 p.m., tell your friends, share the show, spread the word. Because that's the only way this show grows, because the algorithms are against us. But spread the word, and until then, I'm the StarMaker from StarMaker Studios in beautiful downtown Louisville at the Cherokee Triangle. I did say, good day.